Become the back-to-school champion parent with a Sagicor Bank unsecured loan.
The time by Sagicor Bank is
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, outrage in Seaton Crescent. Residents protest fatal police shooting. JFJ responds to JCF's statement on body-worn camera implementation. Search underway for missing 12-year-old in Manchester. Andrew French and 2 co-accused found guilty in $222 million Insports fraud case. In the business report, future-proofing pharmaceutical distribution with R.A. Williams. And in sports, Mount Pleasant looking to remain undefeated in CONCACAF group play.
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
It's been outlawed for over 100 years. Now, if challengers are successful, Obeah could be decriminalized in Jamaica.
It is more widespread, I think, and people sometimes feel uncomfortable talking about it.
Some call it culture.
One of the things that is regretful is that we are the ones completely afraid of ourselves as African people.
Others call it danger.
And when we sing the national anthem that says, "Keep us free from evil powers," it is speaking against the evil of Obeah.
A fight over faith, freedom, and fear.
Yeah, ma'am. You real. Obeah real, ma'am.
What would this change really mean for Jamaica? We break it down tonight at 8 p.m. in Lead Story Prime, right here on CVM TV and streaming live on YouTube at CVM TV News.
CVM News at 7 Tuesday, brought to you by KFC.
Quench your craving with the value menu from KFC, with combos starting at just $620. KFC.
From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. It's Tuesday, September 30, 2025. I'm Nika Lewis. Thanks for joining us. Up first, there is outrage in a Westmoreland community this evening following yet another fatal police shooting. Residents and family members of the 33-year-old victim took to the streets in protest, which led to tense exchanges with lawmen. It brings to 232 the number of people killed by law enforcement since the start of the year, the highest in a decade. Amoy Harriet reports.
A chaotic scene erupted in Seaton Crescent, Savannah-Lamar, Westmoreland today as scores of angry residents took to the streets in protest after the fatal police shooting of a community member. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Desmond Montague. Police reports are that shortly before midday, a team of officers went to Mr. Montague's two-story home to carry out search operations. According to their account, account. As they ascended the stairs, Mr. Montague allegedly reached into a dresser drawer, pulled a firearm, and pointed it at them. The officers say they opened fire in self-defense, killing him on the spot. An illegal gun and several rounds of ammunition were reportedly seized from the scene. But Mr. Montague's family is disputing that version of events.
I sleep and kill him. So where is the justice in that? You talk to the youth, uncle. And then, not even 3 minutes after I talk to the youth, uncle. Him here, boom, boom, boom. 3 shot fire. And kill the youth, throw him in a van back, drive with him.
Residents described Mr. Montague as quiet and not a troublemaker, saying he didn't deserve to die in that manner. The family members also claim police used threats and aggression against them when they tried to intervene.
We fear for our life because we are trying to catch some pictures and some video with everything when it take place. And them a spray, pepper spray, a bus shut off a we, all kind of things them are going with.
I mean, I send out a message and a word to all on the police right across Jamaica. Stop the one I do to innocent people. On a day to serve and protect. And right now to how we see on do it, on serve and protect.
Now this brings to 232 the number of people who have been killed by the police since the start of the year. Amoy Harriet reporting for CVM News.
To a related story, accept reasonable criticism. Human rights watchdog Jamaicans for Justice JFJ says the JCF is mischaracterizing its comments in relation to fatal police shootings. The JCF said in a recent release that it will not be, quote, dictated to by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, or JFJ on matters of operational deployment of body-worn cameras. JFJ Executive Director Michael Jackson says the group is not trying to dictate to the police, but rather calling for more accountability. Crystal Williams has the CVM News follow-up.
Acting to the Jamaica Constabulary Force's declaration that they will not be dictated to by external entities on the implementation of body-worn cameras, Michael Jackson, Executive Director of Jamaicans for Justice, has responded. She says every citizen has the right to make their concerns known and that the apparent misinterpretation of constructive dialogue by state bodies is disappointing.
It has been mischaracterized as misinformation or vilification by some state bodies. And I think that's an unfortunate posture that the JCF has taken, because while we appreciate that the JCF has operational autonomy and we welcome it because it is actually enshrined in law, it does not negate accountability.
Jackson maintains that the alarming increase in police fatal shootings that coincides with the general absence of body-worn cameras means that the heightened public concern remains relevant.
When you have police fatal shootings reaching 230 as at September 25, and again, more than likely that number has since increased. And when you look at the number of individuals who were killed during planned operations, it stands at 118. That's 51%.
Though she says it is not the JFJ's intention to contradict the JCF, nor to misinform the public, the JFJ Executive Director questioned the nature of engagement between civil society and law enforcement.
Why doesn't the JCF adhere or accept that reasonable criticism when you have situations where in police fatal incidents, witness statements from family members run contrary to the account of police officers in some instances, and there is no body-worn camera being worn in any of these incidents based on INDICOM's reports.
Highlighting the responsibility of the Ministry of National Security regarding the expedition of the implementation process, Ms. Jackson says, while the government has made considerable progress, the next budget that Parliament approves must include more space for citizen safety during planned police operations.
So while there may be the issue of the procurement being raised now, I think the JCF leadership also has to appreciate that we've heard different issues over the years. And for us, the proof is in the pudding when the 1,000 body-worn cameras actually gets here and actually starts being utilized.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
Uncertainty weighs heavily on a Manchester community as the search continues for a missing schoolboy. 12-year-old Jaden Smith of Wales District, Newport, has not been seen since Friday. His disappearance has left not just his family, but also his school community shaken. Our reporter Akeem Aret has been tracking that story.
It's a scene no community wants to face. Residents combing hillsides, searching abandoned buildings, and calling out for a child who has not been seen in 5 days. Missing is 12-year-old Jaden Smith. Dark complexion, slim build, and about 152 centimeters tall. The last time he was seen, he was wearing his khaki uniform and brown shoes. Early Tuesday, residents and law enforcement launched a massive search to locate the young boy, but so far, nothing. During the search, residents stumbled upon what they thought was an abandoned house, but to their surprise, a woman and her son were living there. That woman is allegedly the last person to have seen Jaden.
We look underneath the cellar, nothing happened. So when we were leaving now, she called us and we went around the back. She showed me a seat where the son sit on.
Whose son?
Her son. Her son.
Okay.
And he saw a little boy alone on the road and he watched him until he reached around the corner. And that's it.
District Officer at the Manchester Fire Department, Fitzroy Donaldson, says so far no credible leads have surfaced.
We have not found any credible information because we have not seen him on any cameras with our own eyes. So we import persons in the area to just look out for him. Our search will continue with additional information. If we get credible additional information, we will continue the search for a missing Jaden Smith.
Back at Manchester High School, where Jaden is a first-form student, the atmosphere has shifted. His absence felt in the classroom, in the hallways, and in the hearts of his friends and teachers.
As the days progress, it's becoming more anxious because by now we were hoping and praying that somehow Jaden would have returned to school. But there's still a lot of hope.
Principal Jasford Gabriel added that counseling and emotional support have been put in place.
Our guidance department has been doing a fabulous job just getting around to the students, whether in large groups or small groups, just to encourage them and also to give some tips in terms of what can be learned from some of the things that we think can be learned from this experience.
The sense of loss extends far beyond the school gates.
From a spiritual point of view, I am not feeling him around this area. I'm not feeling him like that at heart. I'm not sure what else to say, but I want them to find him back. We want to find him back in one piece.
As torches light the hillsides and footsteps trace the roads Jaden once walked, his community clings to hope that somehow, somewhere, the 12-year-old will return home safely. Reporting for CVM News, I am Akeem Aret.
Still in Manchester, sadness has gripped residents of George Reed District in Mandeville after the decomposing body of 46-year-old Marlon Corinthian was discovered in a heavily vegetated area on Monday. Reports from the Mandeville police are that at about 2:57 p.m., a relative detected a foul odor and asked someone to make checks. The police were called and Corinthian's body was found. Even as the investigations continue, residents are expressing shock and sorrow.
Good person. A good person. He always visit me. I have a local business person. He always come in the morning early and say, come away when you come my bed. He wants cigarette and, he was good. And from the other day, I don't see him. I was saying, where's Marlon? Where is he? Maybe he's admitted at the hospital, but I didn't say something wrong, but I don't see him. So I'm very shocked by the news of what happened today in the community. I'm very shocked because he was a good person. Good person. He don't get trouble in the community with nobody. I'm not nobody don't have anything, so I don't know what caused the death of him now. It's really saddening.
Our news continues in a moment.
Punch your craving with the value menu from KFC. Choose from a delicious chicken box, famous bowl, popcorn chicken, or crunch sandwich with combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger-licking.
Get ready for Jesus 2025, 25th Jubilee Year of Hope with Father Holong and Friends, a celebration of faith and the life of Jesus Christ at the National Arena. Gala shows on September 27 to 28 and October 4 to 5. Tickets adults $2,000 and $3,000. Children $1,200. All proceeds support missionaries of the poor. Get your tickets now. Call 876-774-7350 or 876-809-5877. Jesus 2025. You can't afford to miss it. Jesus.
One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, that is it. Any two combo, double deal quick. It's a good look, pick any two you wish. Whopper Junior bacon and cheese, my favorite. American chicken sandwich or grab a big fish. Plus 2 small fries and 2 small drink. Double deal for my money and it have me a sing. One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, get BK double deal now on a Burger King. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Continuing the news, Andrew Wright, more popularly known as Andrew French, promoter of the popular party series Chug It and French Connection, has been found guilty of various charges relating to a fraud investigation at the Institute of Sports, Insports. Also convicted are O'Neill Hope and Rudolph Barnes. The investigation goes back to 2017. The allegations were that Insports had been defrauded of over $200 million. Former financial controller Andrew Wright was found guilty of 13 counts of fraud. Barnes was found guilty of 11 counts and Hope was found guilty of 8. 2 women, Shireen Farquharson and Andrea Pichon, were earlier freed of the charges against them. The 3 men will be sentenced on November 21. They have been remanded in custody. Medical Chief of Staff at the University Hospital of the West Indies, Dr. Carl Bruce, is now set to stand trial for assault in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on February 9, 2026. The case stems from allegations that in January 2007, Dr. Bruce shoved Dr. Roger Hunter and grabbed him by his shirt, and the allegations are that Dr. Bruce verbally and physically abused Dr. Hunter in the vicinity of the operating theatre at the hospital. Well, according to Dr. Hunter, he did not report the alleged assault to the police until 2024 because he was not in Jamaica and thought the issue would have been dealt with by the hospital. Well, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has granted attorney Hugh Waldman a fiat or special permission to prosecute the matter. As several members of Parliament, new and returning, attended Tuesday's orientation session in the House, they were tasked by the House leaders to go beyond serving the needs of their constituents and complete important administrative requirements while learning about the Constitution, standing orders, and the legislative process. The opening ceremony featured remarks from the Speaker of the House, the Deputy Leader of Government Business, and the Leader of Opposition Business in the House, along with the Clerk to the Houses. Critical to the process of serving is understanding their roles in the Parliament, and that in relation to the officials who work in the House. The House Speaker reminds there ought to be mutual respect among the members and the parliamentary staff.
This orientation session is designed to prepare us for the journey ahead. You will hear today how Parliament works, the role of committees, the critical importance of the standing orders, and the support available from our skilled parliamentary staff. I urge you to take full advantage of their knowledge and expertise. Their commitment to excellence, impartiality, and service to the people of Jamaica is indispensable and has always been required for the smooth functioning of this institution.
Deputy Leader of Government Business Robert Morgan reasons there will be more opportunities to advance the nation's parliament, preaching collaboration and cohesion.
Myself as Deputy Leader of Government Business pledges to maintain an atmosphere of cooperativeness and collaboration, especially with my colleague on the other side and whoever his deputy may be. There will be opportunities for more collaboration as we did before now. There will also be opportunities for training. There will also be opportunities for working together to make significant improvements in our society.
The Leader of Opposition Business offered a take on why people may see parliamentarians in a dim light, while pushing ahead to demand continuity in private members' motions and related issues.
We're looking forward to the work that was started last term with the standing orders. The Speaker is committed, and we all are committed to a full review of our standing orders to make them far more relevant to what we do inside here. There are areas that we have started to work on, and we intend to continue that work, especially in the areas relating to private members' motion and questions and answers.
Meanwhile, House Clerk Colleen Lowe notes this orientation is just the start of continued efforts to enhance the work and impact of parliamentarians.
During this orientation, the various departments of the Houses of Parliament will present on the services they provide and how they can assist you in carrying out your work as members of Parliament. This session follows the successful orientation for senators held last week Friday and forms part of a broader program to strengthen the capacity of the Parliament. Looking ahead, we will also host additional orientation sessions and a post-election training program for parliamentarians, and this would be in partnership with the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association.
There's so much more to come when we return.
Crunch your craving with the value menu from KFC. With combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger-licking.
Get ready to take flight. It's Aviation Expo 2025 in collaboration with the Airports Authority of Jamaica and the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, the island's ultimate aviation showcase and family fun day. Join us Saturday, October 4 from 12 to 8 p.m. at Tinson Pen Aerodrome in Kingston with show host Ian I.T. Ellis. And guess what? It's free. Plus, the JCAA and JDF will be recruiting. Follow at Aviation Expo JA for updates.
One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, that is it. Any two combo, double deal quick. It's a good look, pick any two you wish. Whopper, Junior, bacon and cheese, my favorite. American chicken sandwich or grab a big fish. Plus two small fries and two small drink. Double deal for my money and it have me a sing. One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, get BK double deal now on a Burger King. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Giovanni Dennis now joins us to tell what's ahead in Lead Story Prime at 8 o'clock this evening. Hi,
well,
Gio.
Nika, we are talking about the very controversial issue of Obeah. Now, there is a legal challenge, a constitutional challenge to the Obeah Act of 1898. We'll be getting reactions to that challenge. What does this mean? We'll be speaking to the claimant, the lawyer representing the claimant. We'll be speaking to Obeah researchers and cultural experts as we take a deep dive into this issue. That's at 8 o'clock, Lead Story Prime. Join us. You don't want to miss this discussion.
Indeed. But After that, Gio, we have to talk about some tech. So much has happened with artificial intelligence in recent weeks, and we agree that you must not be left behind. So here's a look at major happenings and developments around tech and society. Welcome to Tech Pulse. In Tech Pulse this week, we take a look at what's been happening world over in the news concerning tech and AI advances. First up, a little quiz. Did you know that artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is now able to do the following? Impersonate accents.
We do not fear the cold. The cold fears us.
Create cartoons.
Master Shifu, are you sure this is the right training?
Make couples videos.
Walking with my wife.
Love you. Make ads. And they can even impersonate anyone. All thanks to AI and now rising star creator app called Higgsfield One AI. But don't get all gloomy, worrying about just how far this could go and how rapidly AI is advancing just yet. Here's why. It could make you rich. A woman asked ChatGPT to pick her lottery numbers and the results were unreal. Carrie Edwards from Virginia hit a $150,000 Powerball win after her AI-generated ticket matched 4 white balls plus the Powerball. The prize was supposed to be $50,000, but thanks to the Power Play option, it tripled on the spot. Instead of pocketing the money, Carrie decided to give it all away. So she's splitting the $150,000 evenly between 3 causes: honoring her late husband, supporting local food access, and helping military families. So AI helped her win big, but her choice to give it all back might be the most powerful part of that story. And it's also a fun way to wrap things up this evening on Tech Pulse. Remember, the future is now. Residents of Port Morant in eastern St. Thomas are voicing frustration over recurring flooding, which they blame on poor road infrastructure and limited government response. Kevin Black tells us more.
A resident in Port Morant voicing frustration stemming from excessive flooding in the area. Residents say the flooding is caused by substandard road infrastructure unable to handle heavy rainfall.
As a young youth, I will heap of money in spending so to reach where me there. All the way to go on the road, I know them do it and me pay for it. The young man me say to give me a help for this one. Ask him how many morning him pass me alone out here pump water. You see right there, sir? Them should have make a catchment right there for the water. Because water I have nowhere figure right now. It just settle. This is now we run out from out the side, our rain fall and it settle.
Member of Parliament for East St. Thomas, Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, is calling on the National Works Agency to put better solutions in place to reduce flooding.
I have spoken to the National Works Agency to have this matter rectified. My recommendation at this point in time is to ask China Harbour Engineering, which is the contractor, and National Works Agency, to see if they can do a temporary fix here.
Councillor for the Port Morant Division, Dinsdale Smith, agrees.
With her at the helm, I am confident that we will get to the stage where one day we will be able to say that this is a problem of the past. It has been happening for quite some time now, years, and I've been bawling and still not getting the kind of response that we need. The visitation from the appropriate authorities will help us to just look at the engineering plans we have and make the necessary adjustments.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
And motorists are being advised to proceed with caution as the National Works Agency NWA assesses road damage caused by heavy weekend rains. Manager of Communication and Customer Services at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, says several roadways in St. Andrew, St. Catherine and St. Thomas have been reduced to single-lane access due to silt, blocked drains, landslides and fallen trees.
Where we are now is that assessment continue. We are trying to put together the financial implication so that a report or a final report can be submitted to our parent ministry. In respect of St. Andrew, the road from Stony Hill to Toms River had some issues. Minimal obstruction was there. Stony Hill to Parks Road, though, was reduced to single lane. We have in St. Thomas, the road from Hardley to Aiming was impacted by fallen trees, washed down silt, reducing it to single lane. So too was the road from Bath to Bath Fountain, the road from Trinityville to Mount Vernon, which continues to have problems, was not discovered this time around. In St. Catherine, we have the road from Natural Bridge to Bogwalk reduced to single lane, so to Zion Hill Bridge to Tulla, and that from Zion Hill Bridge to Freetown.
More to come after the break.
The time by KFC is
7:30.
Crunch your craving with the value menu from KFC. With combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Apps Designs Jamaica. Since 2012, we have been bringing businesses to life through mobile applications, websites, and custom software development. We design and develop iOS and Android mobile applications, websites, cloud-based platform, customized software, and artificial intelligence integration. Turn your ideas into a powerful mobile app. Contact us today at 876-671-4598 or visit us at www.appsdesignja.com.
One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, that is it. Any two combo, double deal. Cool. It's a good look, pick any two you wish. Whopper Junior bacon and cheese, my favorite. American chicken sandwich or grab a big fish. Plus two small fries and two small drink. Double deal for my money and it have me a sing. One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, get BK double deal now on a Burger King. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo.
Welcome back. Now to the business report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today about efforts that are being made to safeguard and future-proof the distribution of pharmaceuticals in Jamaica by a company that celebrated its 13th anniversary in March 2025 and the one-year anniversary of its listing on the junior market of the JSE in August, emerging from the inaugural AGM as a publicly traded company of R.A. Williams Distributors Limited. Audley Reid, Chief Executive Officer, spoke to strategic efforts that have been made by the company to ensure resilience at a time of geopolitical headwinds and disruptions in global pharma supply chains.
It is something that is highly important to us, and we're very, very focused on it, and we continue to be prepared to respond to any change that occurs in the international markets as far as pharmaceutical and supplies are concerned. Issues affecting supply chain have continued or even worsened in some cases. But what we find is that we've been able to mitigate by proper planning and forecasting in order to safeguard against supply chain impacts. We work very, very closely with our suppliers as well. And so we take both a logistic approach as well as a scientific approach in terms of planning and putting in safeguards to protect against supply chain disruption in global supply chain of pharmaceuticals.
The chief executive, who notes that the majority of the drugs that they import originate from India and Bangladesh, provided an overview of the financial year performance.
For the year ended April 30, 2025, R.A. Williams delivered a solid performance. We achieved revenues of $1.6 billion with gross profit of $740 million and a net profit of $28.6 million. This was a meaningful increase in revenue when compared to the prior period last year, while maintaining a stable gross profit of just about 46%.
There was, however, a noticeable decline in profits.
Yes, we concede profits fell sharply in terms of our results for April 30, 2025, but we have pointed to several investments made to strengthen the foundation of the company and to put it on a platform for future growth. In August 2024, we reached another historic milestone with our successful listing on the Jamaica Stock Exchange Junior Market. This listing was a fulfillment of a vision set in motion by the late chairman, Dr. the Honorable R. Danny Williams, and it provided us with fresh capital to fast-track the expansion plans.
The opening of a warehouse at 6 Brunswick Avenue in Spanish Town, the most visible demonstration of that ambition.
We strengthened our foundation and expanded our equity base, enabling the company to be in a position to meet its future growth plans. Our progress this year was punctuated by several major milestones that expanded the reach of care to the communities we serve. In the first quarter, we celebrated the grand opening of our new 21,000 square feet office and warehouse spaces at the New Brunswick Village in Spanish Town, a state-of-the-art facility that significantly increases our capacity to support our growing portfolio. Around the same time, we welcomed Rivis Pharma, our 10th pharmaceutical partner, a respected global company that chose to collaborate with R.A. Williams based on our ability to deliver at international standards. We are now seen as one of the emerging leaders, and we think that we need to have the right talent and the right people in the right places to take us forward. So that was also another strategic investment.
Though growth-related costs have impacted short-term profitability, the company's equity base has nearly doubled. The third quarter also saw expansion of the R.A. Williams product portfolio.
By the fourth quarter, our partners, Rivis Pharma, expanded our co-distribution agreement to include their line of prescription and over-the-counter products, an outcome of the outstanding performance with their initial portfolio that was introduced at R.A. Williams. Each of these milestones were accomplished with the collective work of our team and their dedication to bring innovative therapies and essential medicines closer to the people who need them. Another thing that we have had to respond to is to collaborate with our international partners to look at the stability of the pharmaceutical products that we trade and to see where shelf lives could be extended based on the various formulation in response to us having to hold larger inventories for longer periods of time.
R.A. Williams is now mapping the steps to expand the reach of care and its distribution model across the wider Caribbean.
Regional market expansion is very real. We've started to lay the groundwork for that. We're in talks with several potential partners. We're looking specifically at the OEECS region of the Caribbean, where we believe there are lots of opportunities. We're going to continue those explorations because we are seeing where there is a demand, especially for our expertise in the area of distribution and pharmaceutical marketing.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crosskill.
Now to social media.
Airplane maintenance workers at a North Carolina airport found the body of a suspected stowaway in the landing gear compartment of an